Slaptail Squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you are a member of the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live from the Uniden, is my number 2, the Rons.
Hey, Beaveman, how's it going?
Good, Rons. Well, you look like a Dow scrubbing bubble. I cannot see you very well. Have you not learned how to orient your camera? There you go.
I have to reset the camera.
Now I see you were cutting off the top of your head. That's fine. It's fine. It's good. How have you been? I saw you yesterday. How are things?
Doing good. Doing good.
What have you and Little Power Donut been up to this week?
Not much.
Not much. Well, you don't want to divulge any information about what's going on with your life? I'm hurt.
No, actually, I mean, interesting things happened at work last night. But
really? What happened?
What happened?
Oh,
like what?
Yeah.
Well, we won't mention where I work, but the police showed up
today.
No, I knew you were going to go with it, but the police actually showed up.
Oh, here in the Beaver Den is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Nice job.
Thank you.
And also with us, looking like he's a classmate that frequently rides Ron's little short bus, comedian Mike Cotayo.
Hi.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
He's still waving, and it's an audio medium, but that's okay. Thankfully, I am also recording this on video.
Ron, where do you work?
I can't mention that for fear of retribution or being sued.
I don't think anybody would sue you, Rons. Suing is going a little bit far.
Yeah.
I don't think they would sue you. You know, honestly,
I would sue him.
Honestly, this is one of those things I told the boy recently, is that many years ago when Facebook first came out and people were getting fired for posting on Facebook and stuff, if anybody did that to you today, I would sue them, because the mere idea that an employer can restrict you on what you do in your off time by posting or doing things like podcasting it's completely ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
Except for child porn. Let's draw the line somewhere.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not anything that should ever happen. But incidentally, the people that
Speaking of child porn.
No. Incidentally, the people that consistently post pictures of their children all throughout their lifespan, you should really stop doing that. Honestly, that's just my opinion. We don't need to see your child grow up on social media. And when you're making them do things intentionally just so you can post something, that's just it's just exploitation of your child. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Let's not talk seriously, but that's my opinion.
Oaxaca.
That's our safe word, Mike.
That's the code word to change it when it gets too serious. We know your safe word.
You know
is
my
harder.
Yeah,
what is it?
Harder. Ron's harder.
I still don't have I still can't catch the idea of mirror cameras. I'm like, I'm
You're
too far to the left.
I got a booger in my right nostril, and you pick your left one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very good at being on the video camera.
Look at me.
No, seriously, I do it all day long.
Pretty.
So I usually just look. I usually look at the camera. So,
where
otherwise,
you don't want to detail your kid's life, but you want to detail your own life.
No, not that kind of camera. I don't take. How many postings do you see? Do you ever see me post very many pictures of myself or anything?
No.
One, I don't post that much, which apparently is an issue. By the way, speaking of posting, the Swan
We're gonna make fun of the Swan right now.
You know what would be great is if the Swan shut the fuck up while I was talking.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
That might be even better. The other day, or last week, was it last week's one?
It was last week.
Biggest ass you've ever seen.
That's the Swan's call sign.
Biggest ass you've ever seen.
Anyway, last week, the Swan made a reel on this platform that we're now using to do our podcast, we use StreamYard. Not getting paid by StreamYard for me to say that, but that's what we're using. And you can make video clips from it quite easily now. One, the Swan completely disregarded my advice to her to watch the 2-minute video to learn how to do it. And then 8 hours later, when she finally made a reel.
Okay, it's like a guy putting something together. I don't need directions. I'm just going to figure it out.
Directions are for pussies.
See?
Yes, they are.
Well, 8 hours later, when Swan
It wasn't
finally
8
figured
hours.
it out.
It was like 45 minutes, but okay.
Anyway, so she posted a brief video clip. Oh, I can't wait to edit that.
He did it on
God,
purpose.
you
He was doing it
son
on
of a bitch.
purpose.
You son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. I needed to breathe.
It doesn't come naturally. It's just he had to actually think about it there for a minute.
No, he just was waiting so long. He's like, he was starting to panic. He's like, should I just breathe naturally? Would that make noise? Or should I just wait and really, really breathe loudly?
I'm hooked up to one of those machines that if you don't start breathing on your own, it starts breathing for you. And so I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want
Anyway, so 8 hours later, Swan made this reel or this video clip, posted it on was it on the Old People site? Is that where you posted it?
I posted it on Instagram and linked it to Facebook.
Ah, yes. So I started getting some. Oh, you son of a bitch! I started getting some.
We need to get him a spit bucket over there. He's like drooling on himself.
This man cannot control his own secretions. We've got Ron, who can't control his bowel functions, and then Mike, who can't control his own secretions. That's fine. Anyway,
So,
I'm gonna get
with
through
that
this
said,
story.
what's the next thing to be lost?
Well,
Who's gonna lose it next?
Well, no, next Swan is gonna laugh and pee herself. That's what's gonna happen.
No, I don't pee
That's
myself.
the natural progression as a female. She's going to
No,
laugh.
I don't
and
do
pee
that.
herself.
I sharted yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, it was awful.
Were you in public?
No, I was in my house.
Okay,
but,
so that's okay. You usually have underwear in a shower at your house. Like sharding in public is way worse.
Yeah, I've done that. I've full on shitted in public.
Yeah, remember the church story.
Yeah. All Souls Church. All Shit's Church.
Okay, carry on. So 8 hours later, when I posted my
I'm gonna
freaking
eventually, I'm gonna start the
reel.
story again. 8 hours later, when Swan finally posted the reel, I got some alerts on the social media platforms that we use saying, "Oh, your reel has 100 views." I'm like, "Wow, that's pretty good. That's surprising." And then later on, I got one that said, "Oh, it's got 200 views." And then eventually, I think was it yesterday or the day before?
I think it was the day before yesterday because you said it had 500 views, and that's when you yelled at me.
No, I yelled at you when it said it had 1,000.
No, you yelled at me at 500. Well, you asked me. He inquired and asked questions at 500. He's like, "How did you get it to get so many views or whatever? It's got this many views." And like, "Did you post our link to it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I posted it on Instagram." And then at 1,000 views, he goes, "What the fuck, Swan? Why didn't you like put our link to it?" He's like, "You got 1,000 views and no one even knows who the fuck you are." Yeah.
In other words, what I'm saying is she posted no information about the actual podcast itself. She just posted a
Spousal
reel.
abuse.
So
That's what we call spousal abuse.
What every conversation that I have with her is she's abusing me because I have to listen to it.
I hear what you said. I see you. Come to my women's shelter. We call it Black Eyes Matter.
Am I allowed to come since it's just verbally abusive behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Get the other
Okay.
woman in line.
Okay.
Doctor said he'd never seen a gash quite that size.
It's true.
So anyway, my point was, good job, Swan. Maybe next time have some sort of identifying information for our podcast. Maybe we'll get some listeners.
Okay, that was just my practice one. So next time's gonna have like 1 million views, right?
I would think so.
See?
Yes.
Can you play that on your new StreamYard? Play the thing you put up?
You mean
Honestly,
play?
Play
Oh,
my
it's
video clip. It's a video
Yeah.
clip of our podcast. It was just what I sent you. You saw it.
Oh, cool. Of
Yeah.
me trying to pull over my shirt.
Yeah, your hoodie. Yeah, your hoodie challenge. Yep.
Speaking of which, Ron's, right away before we talk about what I was going to bring up, are you ready for the hoodie challenge? If we explain it to you,
Yeah, I guess I am.
all right.
I have a
let's do
hoodie
this.
on.
You have a hoodie on. Okay, Ron's. Here's the hoodie challenge.
Wait till we say go,
What?
because you know he's immediately gonna start. I'm just
No, here's the thing though. Here's the hoodie challenge. The hoodie challenge is you are going to race Mike to see who can take their hoodie off the fastest and who can put it back on. Now, Mike's getting
Wait.
warmed. Don't get warmed up. Calm
Wait.
down, Mike. Calm down.
put your hands on your
All right.
lap.
Hands
both
yourself.
of you.
Yeah.
If I do that, I'm
Yeah,
going to get
wait.
really happy.
Wait a second.
That's gross.
Here's the thing, though, Rons.
Yeah.
You get to pick one arm that you can't use.
I don't. Okay, fair enough. I will not use Mike Cotayo's right arm.
One of your
No,
arms.
one of your.
Oh, one of my
arms.
arms. Well,
he
that does
already
change it.
has limited use of his left arm, so we're going to let you pick which arm you don't want to use.
I mean, you can use your arm, I guess, but it has to be limited like Mike's. In other words, you can't open your hand all the way, right? Or you can't close
No,
it all
I
the way.
can't open my hand at all.
Okay.
Only when I use this arm to open my hand.
Okay. And you really can't raise your arm above your shoulder height, right?
No.
Basically.
Mm-mm.
So
Nope.
yeah, so Ron, you could hold it here, but that's about the extent of what you could do.
Okay. I
All
understand.
right.
and
And
You have to start with your hood on, with your little drawstring cinched down.
all right.
Can I
Okay.
take out my headphones, or you want them in?
You guys are good because Swan and I are just gonna watch and do commentary,
and laugh.
and we're gonna time you.
Okay.
But obviously,
All right. So I'm going to want a visual cue to start.
So,
so you're
we'll
gonna-
give you the countdown. So if you're going to take your headphones off,
we'll
so
do
you can't see.
3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Okay.
All right.
Let me get the stopwatch
Put it
ready.
down there, Michael.
He's already getting warmed up.
All right. I'm going to take my
He's got
headsets
the
off.
back half off.
Yeah, I see. I
So
already
remember-
see how he's going to
so
do
remember-
this too.
Remember,
In fact,
hood
I already
up.
know exactly
Cinch it
how.
down. Cinch it down.
Yeah, he's got a hoodie.
Draw the
All right.
strings in.
Okay,
I'm
now
going to take out my
also-
headsets.
Now remember, I'll give you a 3, 2, 1, and then go, and then I'm going to time it, and it's just taking it off. Okay,
All right.
ready?
All right,
your hood
hold
on.
up.
Take your headsets
I
off.
bet I will win taking it off. I bet I will lose putting it back on.
You've had lots of practice. You should know how to do it.
You've had like 40 years of practice of this.
Hey,
Oh, you got to put
Yep.
get in
Right.
further. 3, 2, 1, go.
yeah.
Ron's is already using his other hand. Ron's.
Oh man.
Ron.
Oh man, Mike has done it 8 seconds. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Ron, you totally used both hands.
All right.
Ron's, you totally cheated and used both hands.
It's hard
Mike?
not-
Well, no, I used my shoulder. I didn't use my hand. I used my shoulder.
It's hard not.
You
to
didn't say I
use
couldn't
both.
use that. I didn't use the other hand. I used my shoulder to manipulate the cloth. But yeah, it is
Ooh.
hard.
He manipulated.
Okay, so maybe we should have actually just let Ron do it normal, and I bet Mike could have still got it all.
Well, I
together.
also noticed something about Mike's hoodie is it's loose versus a tight fit.
Whose
I'm not
fault
saying
is
that.
We
Whose
didn't
fault
tell
is
you
that?
to pick your child's hoodie.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I couldn't wear the other one. It had to be
because
a zip
that
up one.
one's yeah, you
Yeah.
can't zip
You're
up
right.
is totally cheating.
All right, now here's the real challenge.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see who can put it on. Now, the same thing, Ron. You have to pick one hand. You can't open that hand.
All
So
right.
you have to keep that fist closed, and you have limited mobility of that
Ron,
hand.
I'll give you a way to do
Don't you
it.
dare. Don't do it.
No,
Don't
I
give him
wanna
the
give him
pointer.
a
I know the pointer.
No,
So-
no, 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 no,
so-
no.
You really don't want to know? You're gonna struggle, buddy. You're gonna struggle.
I know.
I
I know.
I went to 6 years of occupational therapy to learn this. I was
Yeah, we
30
both know
before I could dress myself.
Yeah.
And that's why you got married, right? Hey, do you mind changing an adult man?
You
No,
mind changing
I'm
my
good with that.
diaper?
Well,
All right.
Depends.
what was your depends? What's your safe word? Harder.
Harder.
Yeah,
All right.
we both know how to do it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
All right. All
once
right.
again,
When
the
you same
countdown.
thing, yeah, we'll do the same thing. Countdown. This might take Ron's a little bit longer. All right. So, okay, there's the 3.
Forward, in front of you. There. Yeah. 2, 1, go. Go.
Poor Ron's. Oh, you got it, Ron. You got it, man. You got it. Oh shit.
Hey,
Ron's
buddy,
not
where
bad,
you been?
man. Holy. He's still going. He's wrestling. Keep wrestling, Ron. You got him. You got it, man. You got it. You got it, man. Come on. Mike was done in like 13 seconds. I see Ron's is now using both his arms.
Was it that long?
13 seconds to put it
13
on. That's
seconds?
pretty slow. I mean, that's pretty quick.
That's pretty fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
You didn't think that was fast?
No.
No.
It's just
10
average.
seconds would be fast.
Oh, you gotta get a personal best? Oh, okay. Well, we can always do that. Ron's, you fucking cheated, you sorry motherfucker.
How did I cheat? I didn't even use my other hand.
Oh my god, you lying sack of shit. We saw
No,
you
I
use
did.
both hands.
I didn't use
We
my
can
other hand. In
play
fact,
back
I
this
actually
video
closed
for
my
you.
fist. But kudos to Mike knowing that he knows how to dress himself at this late stage of his life. That's really awesome.
Well, it's not really late stage of his life because he's 46 or 47 or whatever.
So, Mike, congratulations once again learning how to dress yourself at this late stage in life, as they said. But it's not that. Right? Once again, though, I do have a sister with who has a similar condition to you. As far
Hold
as
on, I gotta take this. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, I know.
Ron's right there. Ron does that all the time. Look at me. I'm important.
Well, I am. You didn't know that? I am. Right?
What are you, some type of government official?
No,
No.
not anymore. Not anymore. And I can't talk about it.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
This is the importance of editing.
Yes.
This is why it's
So-
nice.
I don't know how to edit.
Yes, we realize that sometimes as a comedian, you have no filter.
Ayo.
Hi-yo.
It's
Ayo.
a problem.
Ayo. Good one, Ron's. Good one.
Anyways.
I'm allowed one, right, Mike? I'm allowed one.
Anyway, Ron,
That
nice
will
to
forever
meet you.
haunt me. Really, every time I get a win, I'm like, did I get that win because Mike says I'm a special needs person and I get a win every now and then?
Is that really in the back of your head now every time you do something that somebody gives you a compliment for?
Yeah, it actually does. Like, I got this.
reevaluating- You're reevaluating your entire life up to this point. You're like, was everybody
No, just right now.
No, but now you
Just
should.
right now.
You probably should reevaluate everything in your life where anybody ever gave you a compliment. They're like, were they giving it because they thought I was Rudy?
No.
So, do you want to tell Ron how to put his shirt on easy?
All right, yeah. Now tell me how to put it on easy.
You clip this part with the bottom part,
Yes, sir.
and then you just put it over your head and pull it down real quick and put your arms through.
Oh, that's not what I was going to tell you to do it.
Well, but then do you put the bad arm first or the good arm first?
Good arm, so that you could help the bad arm.
Really?
Oh, see, I would have put the bad arm first.
Yeah, we were taught to do it as nurses. Is you always put the bad arm in first, and then you flip that over, and then they put their good arm through.
Well, when I have a coat on, I always put the bad arm in first. So it's different from from pullovers for me versus coats.
Well, and it also could be him dressing himself versus someone dressing him.
Yeah, but you never practiced doing it yourself?
I mean, not really.
Help out your patients? Oh, I guess I'm just a
because
better
I
nurse
would
than
just,
you are.
you probably just are. No, I just was actually dressing
That's
patients
why
when I
he's
learned it.
That's why he's a PhD. He practices on himself.
Oh.
That makes sense.
He has
I
a
like that.
DNP.
I don't have a PhD. I got a DNP. It's just a difference.
Yeah, whatever.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
whatever.
Same thing.
Well, whatever.
Same thing.
But I'm not bragging because I don't
Same thing.
care. because I
know you don't
care. Okay. So anyway, by the time this podcast comes out, it's going to be, I will be 50. It'll be 50
Congratulations.
years.
Really? When you turn 50?
I turn 50 on Thursday.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you very much. So what I wanted to talk about was the projection of my next 100 years. So I will be 1/3 of my age, of my projected age. What do I want to occur in the next 100 years? Ron's looks like he's struggling over there. Wants to take his hoodie off. It's okay, Ron. You can take your hoodie off.
And there he goes, making noise.
Don't worry. I can edit all that sound out because that's what I do. I like to edit. I like to spend 2 hours editing.
Yay.
I'm wearing
Were you too hot?
Yeah, yes, I was. Yes,
Yeah,
I was.
I should have gave you time to take that off. I knew you were going to be too hot, but I wanted to have 2 races. I wanted to have the taking off and putting on. And I'm pretty sure Mike.
Now you fucking tell me that.
Pretty sure Mike wants to take his off now too, but he'll wait for the most inopportune moment to do it.
I mean, you might as well do it now. I mean, just follow
Come
Ron's
on, Mike,
lead.
take it off. Take it off. Let's go.
Take it off.
All right.
There he
You can do it,
goes.
buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Good job. Good job. Struggling.
Yeah,
Struggling.
because he's not
but
under
he uses
pressure
his
right
shoulder.
I don't have to rush now.
You know, you don't have to rush. Take your time.
as long
now.
as I
Nice
want.
and slow. Take it off nice and slow. Yeah, for Ron's enjoyment.
Yeah, baby.
For Ron's
Yeah, there we go.
enjoyment.
Da-da-da-da-da.
There we go.
Boom, boom.
Ron's is over there gleaming the cube.
Whoa,
Yes.
that's a term I haven't heard in a long time.
Anyway,
Ever.
next 100 years. Any predictions? What's going to be going on?
You won't make it.
What? What do you
He's
mean?
going to be the first person to live to 150.
First of all, I think I'm going to die in my 80s. I hope it's not my 60s because, my mom died in her 60s and my grandmother died in her 60s. And I want all my faculties, though, because my grandfather had dementia and died in his 70s.
Oh.
Now, will you die at the hands of your wife or just of old age?
Probably old age. I think she loves me.
you think
Yeah,
it's
but
like
I mean-
you wake up?
Majority of
I
the
think
time
she
that
loves
somebody
it.
kills, the majority of the time that somebody kills you, there's somebody that loved you once.
What?
Just once.
Just-
Yeah. So
Just once. So
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
think I'm going to
There's
make
a
so what
thin
you're
line
saying?
between love and hate.
So what you're saying is you don't think I'm going to make it to 150. Is that what you're saying?
I wish you well, my friend. I hope you do it.
Do you know, statistically, if you make it to the age of 80, you have a high probability of making it to 100. If you die before 80, clearly you're not going to,
Yeah.
clearly your probability is less.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Obviously, that's.
But no, that's
wow.
true.
You,
that-
Captain Obvious.
No, it's actually
Yeah,
true. If
thank
you
you.
make it to, a lot of people die before 80.
Yeah, that is true.
So if you
and
make
they'll
it to
never make
80
it to 100 at that point.
Exactly. No, but the probability, I mean, that's logical, right? But no, the probability is if you do make it to 80, you have a high probability of making it another 20 years. As opposed to.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's good and that bad because, it depends on how healthy you are, for one thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live to 100 and be on like 45 pills a day and not be able to get out of my bed or whatever. So, but yeah, if you're a healthy 100, cool. Like my cute little
Li-
grandma.
I wanna make it to like 75, then just get rid of my disability and be like normal.
Well,
And
maybe
just
by
carry on my old
then.
age without.
Well, that's possible, but that's why I think I could make it to 150 because technology keeps expanding very quickly or logarithmically, really. And who knows, in the next 20 years, we might have cybernetic parts. They might just come to you and say, hey, Mike, you want a new arm?
Okay, so if they did that, would you be like, hell yeah, right now?
Yes.
But he'd
yes.
fuck it up and pick the wrong one.
I've got 2 left
He'd
hands.
wake up,
Yeah.
he's like, what the? That wasn't the one I wanted.
Why is my hand betraying me? I get a murderer's hand.
Yeah, or it's the same. If it's the right hand, they give you another right hand, and it's like, okay,
Two rights make a left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, would you do that? Would you do that if they said, hey, we can.
Oh, for sure. I went to my orthopedist and asked him to give me a prosthetic arm when I was like 19, 20.
And they
He looked at
said,
me like I was
we don't
crazy.
have that technology. So what if if you couldn't have like a cyborg arm and they said, we have a cadaver arm that would work for you, would you take it?
Well, it would have to be still alive, right? The arm itself would have to
Well,
be.
I mean, like from a brain dead, gift of life type of situation.
Yeah, the
that
flesh could
now...
be
Then I would
necrotic.
take it. Then I would take it. I would want the person to be Indian or black.
Excellent. Cool.
And why is that?
Because I like the difference. I was gonna say dichotomy, but that's not the right word.
Diversity?
Yes, something like that, similar to that.
Well, the dichotomy
But
of the
like,
diversity would be good.
So you literally just want it so that you can have a different arm jerking yourself off.
That's what I was gonna say. He wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
He just wants to look down. He's like, oh yeah.
I want a black guy jerking me off.
So this black guy's just jerking me off all the time.
You know, well, with nanotechnology, would you like it that you could change the color of your arm?
Nah.
And one
No,
day you
hot
wake up,
pink,
you
no.
well, you
No.
could have any color you want at that particular time.
No, I think if they said, hey, if we had the technology to totally replace your arm with a cybernetic arm and the risk of infection's low and, what would you call it? Rejection is low and you wouldn't have to be on medications or anything like that. If they had the tech to do it, then I would totally say,
yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah, I would totally do that.
I don't think that's that far away. I don't really think it's that far away.
Like, I would even love, because I have nerve damage, right? So I would love stem cell. I would love to try that, like stem cell regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that today, actually. With the invention of it's been around for a while, but nanotechnology and injecting that into the bloodstream, and could they nanotechnology repair the muscle tissue to make it fully functional again? In fact, they were looking at.
I don't know if that tech is real. I think you just might have watched an old rerun of that movie Inner Space.
No, I think we are closer than than you think. Along that, they were looking at, well, you guys are hitting along cybernetic implants, and what about patching like two hemispheres of the brain? One's partially damaged, the other one's okay, and then they hook up like a small patch, electrical patch, to the other one to receive the neuron impulses to that. And I thought that would be really
they've
cool.
already done that. They've already done that. I think we talked about this before, where they had what is it? They call it the neuromuscular bridge or thing or whatever. Remember I told you that, where that guy who had no arm, they said, "What's the one task you want to train your arm to do?" And he's like, "Drink a beer." And he was able to train. He was able to train that cybernetic arm to drink a beer by using that neural pathway that they've got linked in some way.
2009, 2010, I had a couple of wrist operations, and they were talking about seeing if they could do a nerve transplant on my wrist so I could move it up and down. Unfortunately, my arm, there was no viable nerves to attach it to. But I think now it would be different 13 years later.
Yeah, and I think with I'm sorry, Beaveman. I was thinking that with the like an implant, an electrical implant, you could do that. It would stimulate the muscle.
Yeah. I like my muscles stimulated, Ron.
I know you do.
Oh, no.
And I think if you needed a nerve, you could get the ones that you would step on from the occasional person, like your wife, or "You're on my last nerve. Can I borrow that last nerve?"
I really got to do that cricket. I really got to do that cricket.
Yeah,
yes, please do. Please do.
Really got to get that cricket queued
So
up.
I just got an alert about 20 minutes ago on my phone that said, hold on, let me tell you, if I could pull it up now. I had it up.
That's the weirdest alert I've ever heard.
What?
That's the strangest alert I've ever heard.
Right? It said people are taking tranquilizers and it's eating their flesh, but they're still doing it.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
sounds about right. What somebody would do.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I mean, people do all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. There's a drug out there that kind of eats your flesh away, but people are addicted to it.
What's it
It's
called?
called meth.
Meth would be one of them. I saw the results. I think it's some sort of out of the Soviet Union, that area. I saw pictures of it years ago. It's just totally fucking disgusting. Right? It just eats away at your flesh. But people are addicted to this shit. But Oaxaca!
Members of the Great Slaptail Nation, you cannot base anything
Right, exactly. Don't listen to us.
on what we say because we're probably wrong. You can always have you can have false memories and weird dreams and be like, oh, I read this or I saw that. And like, no, you really didn't. That didn't happen. But I believe you, Rons, with no supporting evidence whatsoever. Because as you know, we don't require that on this show. It's simply not necessary. But it would be cool though if you did have nanotech and you could just have it, programmed to, regenerate your arm. That'd be sweet.
That would be cool.
Oh,
The thing that I'm hoping will happen, and I think this will happen pretty quickly, is that I think that the tech that they're gonna come up with, obviously, is the tech that they come up with pretty soon. I think will be implants, like Ron says, but to help with like functions that you don't think are a big deal, but it really is. So for people that have sleep apnea, they have some sort of device now that they can implant that will make you breathe when you're sleeping so that you don't need CPAP. And they have to tunnel it, kind of almost like they do with pacemakers and stuff. But that means that I wouldn't do that tech now because I'm like, yeah, that's not my idea of something great that will be used. But the idea is there for stimulating your nervous system to make you breathe, as opposed to using a CPAP. So if they're already starting something that basic, maybe in 15, 20 years, they will actually have something that's a lot better where they can actually, implant something that maybe goes on your brainstem or somewhere. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. That will make you not have to use a CPAP machine.
How long before someone gets a larger penis with this? They're like, wow, can I apply this to my penis and get it bigger?
Well, you're probably right, Rons, because really, if you ask any scientist that's a man, probably what would you say are the two most important things that man wants to solve from a medical scientific point? Despite all the shit that they say that they want to save the world and eliminate garbage
cancer
and cure cancer and stop nuclear war, what would you guess? I'll ask each one of you. What would you guess are the two things, or what would you predict? And I have no scientific basis for this. I just have my own personal opinion. What do you think are the two most important things that any man would want to solve for the universe or the world scientifically if he could?
I already know the answer.
What is it?
What do you think, Rons? What are the two things?
Well, yeah, we mentioned penis enhancement, so that would be one.
Okay, penis enhancement, that's one. I will take. Ron says penis enhancement. You son of a bitch.
Let's call him Michael every time he's bad.
No.
No. Michael.
No, you have to use it in a bad tone. Like, okay, so do you have an answer,
Penis
Mike?
enhancement? No, holy motherfucker.
What?
Rons gave one. You got another one, Rons?
I was making it a group effort.
I really don't know beyond that. I would think
That's all right.
for me,
Penis enhancement's a good answer. Okay.
I would like to probably enhance my vision, so I can see.
So you say vision. So that's your two big things that, as a man, you feel like would be your greatest contribution to the world as a scientist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mike.
What's the question?
His ADD was kicking over there. He was
bitch.
practicing breathing. Leave him alone. Apparently, that's hard for him.
Michael.
I forget to breathe in. I forget to breathe out.
Swallow your spit.
Michael.
They used to tell that to me a lot. Swallow.
Michael, pay attention, Michael. Listen carefully.
So I think like two things. If it's personal, what I would like is to fix my arm and my leg, like fix it so that I don't have hip pain anymore, or or I could use my arm, make it functional. If I did it for other people, well, I wouldn't because I fucking hate people. But if I did it for other people, it would be something like there would be a scientific way to end hunger, like a way to give back to keep people moving.
How very altruistic of you.
I like I say I hate people, but I'm an idealist.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes, he would. He would.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's his
All right,
answer.
I'm sticking with my answer.
So your answer
repeat
is
the
to end
question.
hunger. That's your
Repeat
answer.
the question.
What is your answer to end hunger?
Repeat
Well, he
the
wants you
question,
now.
please.
You might want to change it if you repeat the question.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Let me say it a different way. Let's say I am the greatest scientific mind of all time as a man, and
You
I
are.
can solve any problem, but I've chosen to solve two because as a man, I feel this is the most important contribution to the universe. Not that I want to end hunger or cure cancer, but as a selfish man, what are the two things scientifically that I would want to solve?
Robotic vaginas.
Not bad. That's not bad.
He's like, okay, you're on my way.
Now
Here.
you
Now you're
finally-
thinking like me.
Now you're thinking.
As a selfish man, sure.
Yes, that was my
That
point.
is the point.
That's
yeah.
my point. Was saying that all scientists are saying, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this." But in the back, this is my thinking. Is in the back of their mind, if they could really do two things, what would be the two things that they could do, and what would they
got
do?
it.
You got it?
I got it. Robotic vaginas that can feed the world and cure hunger.
Those are some scary vaginas. I'm not interested.
Bananas and eggplants just pop out of them.
Not interested. It makes me just think of like a Venus flytrap or something. It's not good.
I'll do mine next then. I would, because it doesn't bother me, I would go with Ron's. The ability to adjust your penis length and girth at any point in time, however you want, just by thought. That's my take on penis enhancement. And the other is to have a pill or a contraption or some sort of even nanotech that changes the chick that I'm with to whatever proportions or however looks I want at any point in time.
So
nothing.
yeah,
Nothing.
I was going to say that cricket would come in
His
handy.
would always look like a little powdered donut. Well, let's see. Oh, nope, still a little powdered donut.
Yeah,
Don't want to change anything. Just leave it the same.
She's
Leave it the
perfect
same.
just the way she is.
there you go. Oh, you got to do
I
the
would
voice.
a powdered donut.
We call Ron's
Yeah.
wife Lil Powder Donut.
Lil.
Like Lil.
Lil.
Why does she leave flakes when you fuck her? Like what?
No. It came from where were you talking? Do you powder your genitalia?
Like
Right?
Ron's
With
uses
baby
like
powder.
baby powder on his junk, and when Lil Powder Donut's doing things for him, she comes up and looks like a little powdered donut.
Looks like she's been eating powdered donuts.
Oh my god, that's gross.
He's like, that's a gross visual. And
There
now,
you
The sad thing is that Lil Powder Donut probably doesn't know that that's
well,
why
now she does. She might want to reevaluate her nickname.
She might have forgot that that's why we call her that.
I'll find out when she throws me around at the on the floor.
So how was why was there silence when you guys listened to my second thing?
Because I was so enthralled with your wisdom.
I mean, I wasn't surprised at whatever comes out of your mouth. I'm not anymore surprised.
What's your two?
Well, I didn't know we could make it unrealistic, like,
Yeah,
or
that's
you
the
know,
point.
far
It is
fetched. I was
completely
thinking
far-fetched and unrealistic.
realistically right now, if it was a man thinking what he wanted to fix all ED. There would be no more ED, and the penis.
Not everybody
would-
knows what ED is.
Erectile dysfunction. His penis would work and function however he wants, whenever he wants it. So, like, you're right. You can have length or girth or whatever, and any kind of sexual performance would be great for him because that's what is the most important thing. And then the second thing, he would fix male pattern baldness so that he wouldn't be bald. Because that's a big other.
I mean, that's the continuous quest of all from medicine from the beginning of time is to cure baldness.
Like,
yeah,
Right.
literally, they've written. There's books out there about all the dumb shit that people have tried to do from like the beginning of recorded time to cure baldness. Smearing shit on your head. There's a guy who died from electrocuting himself because he insisted that would cure baldness. There's all kinds of goofy shit that
That's
people
fucking
did.
bizarre.
Oh yeah.
I've just learned to accept it.
Oh, what, you're bald?
Just
what
about.
age did you start losing your hair?
Oh, I'd say in my mid-30s, 40s.
So not like in high school or anything.
No, not at all.
I am lucky that I still have a full head of hair.
And you look fantastic too.
Thank you.
That was very nice of you, Rons.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
We all appreciate
you
your...
too. I like your face as well, Ron.
I said your
Aw.
hair, not your
He
face,
didn't
but
say
yes.
anything about your face. He didn't say he likes your face.
Yeah.
I like your head. I like your round head.
Well, I like how you clarified that one too.
Now someone else is thinking about gleaming the cube.
Yeah, gleaming
the cube.
Gleaming
That's
the
a good
cube.
segue. As we gleam the cube.
In the cube.
Go to commercial. Swan, go to commercial.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Hey there, members of the Great Slaptail Nation. It's me, the Beaveman, and I'm here to deliver you a message from beyond the stars about our sponsor for this episode, Swiss Navy. No matter who you love or how you love, Swiss Navy products set the bar for sexual enhancement. There's more glide, more comfort, and even products for longer-lasting pleasure. Swiss Navy has a wide range of premium products to choose from for whatever amount fills your hole, if you know what I mean. My favorite product is Swiss Navy's Silicone Lube. Get it, use it, love it, and never be dry again. Once again, that's Swiss Navy at SwissNavy.com. And in your order comments, let them know the Slaptail Squad sent you. Swiss Navy, no matter who you love or how you love. Adios, mooch fuckos.
Do you have a homeless population where you are?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we do.
I think you should set up a booth and give out lube to the homeless.
with our label on it if they listen to our podcast.
That's a good idea.
Totally.
Don't most homeless people have phones?
They do. Yeah.
Think about like how Opie and Anthony went viral with their church and sex in the church thing. That could be you. Lube with
I
homeless
remember that
people.
too. They got kicked off the air for that too, didn't they?
Yep.
And that couple got arrested for actually doing that. But I wonder how many points they got for that. Because I remember it was a point system. I saw that. I didn't think anybody remembered that one.
Well, Mike, when you come to Michigan for your comedy tour, we'll make that one of our, social events.
Oh, I would love to hand out lube to the homeless.
I would, yeah, that would be fun. But I wanted to do it at Pride Fest. I think that would have been cool if we had sponsored lube to give out at Pride Fest. That would be freaking dope.
Okay, I will work on that. I'll see if I can make that happen.
Anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. At the end of the commercial, I was thinking to myself that I should have some music made. I should work on making some music so that in order to support that guy over there, we can start doing his promos at the end of the podcast.
Well, thank you. But what about doing it for Mike?
Yeah, that's a good idea too. We might have to do it for him. The nice thing is that I know that at Mike's last two comedy sets, he mentioned that he was on a podcast now, and he did a shout out for the podcast.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
I mean, that was great. Thanks, Mike.
Look at him sitting over there in silence.
No problem. I got you, man. I got you.
He can't even remember his own comedy. How's he going to remember to do a shout out?
Just kidding.
I remember shout outs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually it's put your hand above your head and step back to me slowly.
It's give me a hand because I can't do it for myself.
Hiyo.
So, Mike, with your disability, if you want to call it that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know, Jesus fucking Christ. So when have you ever been questioned by the police? They're like, "Sir, you seem to be inebriated." No, this is how I usually talk.
When I talk, do I talk fucked up too?
Jeez,
No.
Oh God! Look at why are you? Ron's
Man,
a
Ron's
jerk.
such a dick. He's like, gee, Ron's really?
Wow.
Wow, yeah, I know.
First time he met you.
Well, I don't know.
Every word of what you just said
Jesus.
was wrong.
Oh, you're not going to
Yep.
play the entire clip?
Oh, well, you want the other one?
Yeah, yeah.
What you just said
There we go.
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Feel better now? Any other dickhead things you would like to say to my...
Yeah,
He's
I was
crying
thinking-
over there. Look at him.
Yeah,
You're making
no.
him all sad.
I'm
Tears.
okay.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
okay.
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 So, Mike, when you talk, and do people just naturally assume you're inebriated? Oh, dick.
I would have expected him to say walk.
Well, he already did that the first time you hung out with us. He's like, so you know when you fell on the stage that one time? Like,
That
what
was
the
awesome.
fuck?
That was just awesome.
Was that
Like,
planned or
good
did you just
pratfall.
fall?
Good pratfall. Like, no, I actually fell, dick.
There you go.
Anyway, my next 100 years. I'm trying to determine at what point I should ditch the Swan in my next 100 years. Swan,
I feel like
hot
let's
take.
just do it now. Let's just do it now. We'll just diversify the marriage. I'm gonna be at my own house. Have fun with yourself. Carry on. Happy birthday.
So, B-Man, you actually bring up a good point.
Thank you.
You'll live to 100. What if
50.
the Swan here you're already
150.
thinking, all right,
150.
150. But here, you're thinking that the Swan's going to pass on. What if she lives with you to 150 as well?
Well, I wouldn't want to live.
150 years to or another 100 years of torture for you.
Oh.
Why don't you just have an open marriage?
What?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that question kills it.
What?
What? I mean, that might be the motivation to get Swan to go to the gym. Hiyo!
Your wife sent me a naked pic. She was hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and?
she's not
And-
now.
I mean, was this the one from now or like a year ago?
I'm still hot naked. You
She-
can admit that.
She sent it to
It's-
me after she sent me her ovaries, her
My uterus,
whatever they
my
were.
fibroids.
Uterus, yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, was this a recent picture or was
No,
this
the
a long
fibroids
picture?
looked bigger than the uterus. Sorry, Beef. Fibroids looked bigger
I
than
know,
the
isn't that
uterus.
crazy?
It was crazy.
Yeah, we'll post a link to that in the show notes.
Anyone who wants to see
Just
my
goes
babies?
to show a uterus can stretch.
Yeah,
Apparently lots of things on... Never mind.
on Swan can stretch
Hi-yo!
like my ass. Hiyo!
Hiyo! That's not very nice, Swan.
I love big asses. I gotta whisper this because it's a real point of contention with my wife. She hates her ass, and I fucking love it.
So,
See,
you
you're not gonna play my
That was
my
classy
intro.
of me, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it was real
classy.
classy. It was. So, I guess the question here for me is, why do women hate their asses when men love their asses so much? And since we have the Swan,
I don't.
My ass. Ooh, I get to talk in a swan voice.
I think it's a ethnic thing. Like white people hate having big asses. White women especially.
You want,
Black and Latino women do
you
not.
want
It's
big
like,
ghetto booty?
It's racist,
Mhm.
one.
exactly.
Why don't you
Not
describe
racist
your ass?
too.
I can have a white ghetto booty. Why don't you describe my ass?
Why what?
Why don't you describe my ass?
Well, it used to be a heart-shaped ass. Now it's a heart it's gone through cardiomegaly.
Hiyo.
Wow.
Wow.
Explain to the audience what cardiomegaly is.
Only the science nerds get that.
That's an unhealthy heart that is over enlarged, and when it's
Floppy.
extremely enlarged and floppy, the chamber itself is not that big anymore, and blood does not pump effectively. Not a lot of room for blood there.
So,
That's how people
B-Man,
get
you don't sound like
CHF.
the man. Sorry, excuse me, but B-Man, you don't sound like the person who would get jealous. But when other men around and they really like a big ass, does that,
Go fuck yourself,
Okay,
Ross.
fair enough. I will stop that question right there.
He doesn't have a big ass. He doesn't have a big ass.
Biggest ass
Jeez,
you've ever
Ron,
seen.
that was harsh.
Hiyo.
Hiyo.
No,
I
there are
think
some
my
men
ass
who
is
like a big
proportionate
ass.
to my body.
Would you believe I love eating ass? I would eat ass all day, every day if I could.
You too? Here's you.
Yeah, so would Jumanji.
Yeah.
No, here's the problem.
I could see that.
Here's the problem. When Chubby Swan
Gets
Hey.
chubby.
gets chubby, here's the problem. If Chubby Swan never would have been Buff Swan, it wouldn't make a difference. I wouldn't care. The problem is she likes to metamorphosize herself all the time. And so when she does that, you're like, oh, you've either got Chubby Swan or you've got Buff Swan. And when you have Chubby Swan and the memory is of Buff Swan, and when she had a tiny heart-shaped ass, her ass has never been tiny. Let me rephrase that. It's always been big. There's a big difference between a large ass that I can't penetrate with my tiny penis as opposed to when she has a smaller ass and it's not such a difficult task.
Of course,
The
that's where
bigger
the
the
penis
person
enhancement.
is, exactly, you're right, Ron. And that's why
So
we need
maybe-
that nanotech.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Maybe you need a penis enlarger.
So now it's all my fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
So what
See?
you're
Yeah.
saying
Look
is
at-
the bigger she gets, I'm the one who has to adapt. What
yeah,
you're saying.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem right to me.
I am the true feminist.
I don't think that's fair.
I think it's plenty fair.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, if God bless her if she's sending you pictures there, Michael. Good for you.
Michael.
Good for you. I
Oh,
am not
he's
jealous.
pissed.
I am not jealous, nor do I care.
Wow.
It's true. Don't care.
Well, it's not naked. There were clothes on. Just
Hey,
The
you have an
kid, right?
imagination,
The
sir.
burqa.
You use that
Kind of burqa.
imagination.
He's like, I've completely removed them.
I use that app where you get rid of things.
And it's all blurry. It's just like a Snapchat filter.
Except now Swan has a penis.
Yes.
The color of Jumanji's.
And then put Jumanji's face on it
So
as well.
just- it might as well
Like,
just be a
oh, that
picture."
was Tremonde sending me naked pictures. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my
You
goodness.
guys are disturbed.
What? We're disturbed. Well, that's true.
We are.
We actually are very
So,
disturbed.
Mike, if we're disturbed, why do you hang out with us? Because it's like-minded people.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say that.
Oh, I just realized that we can't do any video clips if my freaking shit's way open like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that.
Why?
Well, I think that we had the video time was. I think when they were doing the hoodies, I don't think it was open. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We can
Why?
just
What's wrong
block
with
it
it?
out. It
Yeah.
says the name.
Oh, now you're gonna be some sort of editing genius where you can block it out.
I'm
huh?
going to. I'm going to figure out. I'm going to block it out.
Okay. Well, we'll
I'll
see
just
how
put
that-
a big
2 days
smiley
later,
face
she'll
over
be
your
done.
head.
We'll see.
No, I won't.
Well, we didn't really talk about the other enhancements, but I think it's pretty safe to say what I would want. Have you guys ever seen that movie? What is it? Ex Machina? Is that what it is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sci-fi
I think
movie
I know
where
what
the
you're
guy
talking
builds
about.
the guy sci-fi where he builds the robot and the robot convinces the other guy to kill the guy who built her so that she can escape and locks him in the house.
No.
No, I
Oh my
haven't seen
God,
that.
great movie. But I was like, yeah, that's the kind of robot I want.
You want a robot to annihilate you.
No, I don't want it to kill me.
He just wants a hot robot.
Yeah, I for one welcome our robot overlords, especially if they're hot.
Aliens.
Hello.
Aliens also.
Hello,
I for one
robot.
also welcome our humanoid aliens if they're hot.
I just feel tacos are just assembled nachos together.
What?
Yeah, they're
What?
just assembled nachos. if you look at a nacho plate, what is it? Tortilla chips, guac, whatever have you
Where
on
the
it.
fuck did we talk about
nacho
nachos?
What?
Ron's
Nacho
got
plate, is
nachos
that
on the
some
brain.
type of-
brain.
On the blade.
Yeah, does he
Blaine?
smell toast? Do you smell toast right now, Ron?
Ron, stick your tongue
Yeah,
out.
definitely.
Put your
Smile.
arms out. Put your
Put
arms,
your arms out in front
you.
of you.
Put your arms out in front of
Oranges.
you.
You smell oranges?
Yeah, what's
That's
wrong
why I
with you?
smell oranges.
Why are you talking about tacos and nachos right now?
He's hungry.
What's the silence? Well, you just all of a sudden
you
started
started talking about nachos and tacos. Why?
Where did that come from?
Well, you mentioned tacos, and I figured pretty
No,
much.
who said anything about tacos?
No one said tacos, buddy.
Nobody said tacos.
Okay, I might have misinterpreted what I heard.
Might have woke up from his nap and he was like, "Oh, tacos."
Tacos, yeah.
He's trying to solve world hunger.
Like, I also
Yeah, with that
enjoy a good
expanding
taco.
vagina. You get eggplants and nachos.
Expanding vagina? Who asked for an expanding vagina? I don't want an expanding vagina.
So you can crawl back up.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, I figure with
I
an
want to go back to the womb.
Mother.
Well, I figure with an expanding
Mother.
vagina, you can smuggle in snacks to the movie theater.
Jeez, Mom, remember how you said we don't spend enough time together? Here, I got you this expanding vagina.
Yeah, there you go.
Stop complaining. Now we can hang out all the time.
Like a kangaroo
Oh my
pouch.
God, that's funny.
Oh, man. Jeez, Rons, I don't know where you go off on these tangents sometimes.
Neither do I.
He's like, you guys like cranberries at Thanksgiving dinner? I sure do.
I do.
Like the kind from a can.
Yes.
Ugh, so nasty.
Why?
It's like out of the can.
Oh, speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
Swan,
yes.
Uh-huh.
Tacos?
Swan, did you want to do? Okay, which one sounds more like a helicopter? Okay, look, ready.
Okay, are you going first?
Can
you do it with that on?
I would need my hoodie, but that's fine. I'll do this. All right, which one of us sounds more like a helicopter? I'm going to go first. Members of the Great Slaptail Nation, you can weigh in on this by sending us an email at slaptailsquad@gmail.com, or you can message us on Instagram or on Facebook. Here we go. Which one of us sounds more like a helicopter? The Beaveman is going to go first.
Now, could you add some moans to that, and it might sound.
No. It's supposed to be a helicopter, ding dong.
Be a helicopter. All right, go ahead, Swan. You can do your ready anytime now.
Okay, hold on.
And you know what's going to happen, Swan?
Don't make me laugh.
Just so you know, this is what's going to happen.
What?
I'm going to edit in an actual helicopter
Okay.
for mine.
No, you're not.
Oh, I will.
That's cheating.
But I'm the editor, and I have
And the power.
power.
No. Okay.
Ready?
No, I don't know if I can do it on demand.
Go ahead.
I can do it. Ready? I can't do it now. I can't do it. No, hold on. Don't watch. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Wait, really looking at you.
They are. Mike is staring at me. I can see his beady little eyes.
Yeah, Mike, don't look at your.
Shut up, Ron. Jesus. She's trying to do it.
It doesn't sound like it.
Well, we couldn't because Ron started
Ron just-
talking as soon as you
My
started doing it.
mistake. Go ahead.
Don't look.
Well, I was
See,
going
now
to
Mike
is talking.
Now Mike is talking.
Now Mike's doing it.
Now Mike is talking.
Don't do
Okay,
it.
let's try this again. Nope, that was horrible.
It
was
sounded
horrible,
so
Swan.
like it on when I recorded it
Terrible.
the other
That
day.
was a
I can't-
terrible demonstration. Apparently, you
Can
cannot.
I do one?
Yeah, go
Sure,
ahead.
go ahead.
Let's go.
What the fuck is that?
He
I don't
was
know.
trying to do my
Okay,
same thing. It's the
okay.
bottom lip. You gotta do it with your bottom lip. Is it?
Terrible, Swan.
It doesn't sound good on a microphone.
Terrible, Swan. You did a terrible job.
We're just gonna edit that whole thing out. It was
So
all
the
bad.
way you did it, B-Man, was like this.
Yeah, it sounds better with a hoodie.
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds better with Ron. To be
You know
honest.
what? You know what it sounds really good with is if you do it with remember the uniforms we used to use, Ron's?
With Swiss Navy lube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lube.
Oh, like our battle dress uniforms. It sounds really good doing with those when they're starched.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it would work with your dogie also, if you actually had yours
Starched. Yeah.
Anyway, terrible display, Swan.
Sorry.
I will be editing in an actual helicopter for mine.
No, you won't.
Oh, don't
Well,
think I
then
won't.
we can edit in my real version when I did it.
Yeah, you do that. You knock yourself out. I'll even
Yeah.
let you record it by yourself. How about that?
You're like, can you figure out how to edit it? I'm like, that won't happen. No, just listen to my bad version.
Pathetic. Anyway.
Go ahead, Mike.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Device the size of a pencil eraser kills cancer and prevents it from returning, study finds. I know that isn't selfish man-whoring worthy, but I think that's pretty cool. It's like a robotic.
Yeah, that's cool. What type of cancer? Since
The headline didn't say.
There's only 1 billion types of cancer. Did you know that we should find this article that they've actually found they've had more than one instance of somebody who's been on HIV medications for years that actually got cured?
Yeah, well, it's the thing is they have what is it called? They have transplant.
T-cell transplant?
No, I can't think of the word now, but they have bone marrow transplant from somebody who doesn't have the gene, who has the gene that they can't get HIV.
Oh, yeah. The one I'm talking about is this person was actually on was on suppressive medications for like 2 or 3 decades or something like that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have HIV anymore.
I don't take my medication regularly, and I've never had like a upsurge of it.
Yeah, well, I think what's going to happen is things are actually going to change where people are going to be able to clear that virus.
Yeah,
naturally.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because
Hopefully.
I mean, like when Swan and I first started nursing school, they told us that you couldn't clear hepatitis C.
Right.
And now that
and now there are people that clear hepatitis C without any medications.
And HPV.
Yeah, and HPV. Yep.
I was so scared to tell my wife I had HIV when we were dating. Like, it was the scariest thing I could have done.
And how did you break it to her?
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
Did you make it?
Sorry.
Did you comedy it up, or was it a
Yeah.
yeah?
I did totally.
Raise your hand if you have. Nope. Put your hand down.
Like when we were in nursing school, and the statistics were 1 in 4 had like an ST, like chlamydia. Yeah, and so we'd be standing at there and be like, 1, 2, up, not in.
Yep. Oh, you did the thing that I do with my kids. I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up. Who here has a doctorate? And I raise my hand, and then Summer goes. She always raised her. Ever since she was little, she'd like raise her hand.
Me?
I'm like, put your fucking hand down. You do not. Anyway. No, that's how I see my next 100 years. 1, got to cut loose the swan. 2,
started
penis
now.
enhancement. 3, I had my one hand up when I was at 2.
Like 1,
3.
Are you making fun of Mike now? Jeez, that's just so wrong. No, don't worry.
You're just jealous because he didn't get the backlash and you did.
That's true.
I've noticed that, right?
Backlash.
I noticed that when other people make fun of other people or they do that, it's like they don't get the backlash. But the moment I did do it, they're like, "Oh, you're such a dick," and I'm like, "Okay."
I think it's how you say it. Like, I think it's really how you say it.
No, you're probably right. You're probably right. You're absolutely
right. When Beaveman says it, it's not like, that's harsh or that's bad. But when you say it, it just sounds like.
Or I've noticed it's
really
like, the Beaveman has a way of turning things on me, right? And I'll be like, "How's your day?" "Well, anyway, moving on." So, anyway. I agree.
Yeah, I notice he doesn't let you finish your thought.
No, it's it's to lack of.
I'm grateful for that. So it's a.
Everyone's grateful for that.
The device to help solve the problem of tumors that resist treatment due to regulatory T cells. These cells are involved in protecting healthy tissues, which means deactivating them entirely would cause autoimmune conditions that harm the colon, liver, heart, and other organs. That's what it said.
And there it is, folks.
And there it is. Thanks for sharing that. and you'll still never learn anything from this podcast. All right, well, it's that time of the week now where we can do our very important things. If you get a chance, here's my pick. The Mandalorian returns, baby.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty and lots of Grogu, baby. Grogu walking, Grogu using the Force for whatever he feels like. Pretty fucking awesome. Super stoked. Can't wait to see the rest of the episodes. That's the Beaveman's pick this week. The Mandalorian. All right, and here's my regular shout outs. Regular shout out to JD Hutchins of the Monsters Lair. Coming back in 2 weeks? Next
Something
week?
like
2 weeks?
that.
2 weeks. Check him out. Of course, Skylar Creates, Max Plus on Twitch. He's a Twitch streamer. And, of course, our
Little Croatian
child, Strange Loop. Strange _ LOOPE on Twitch. And, of course, now is the time when I will insist that Mike does his promo for himself so that he does not forget. What do you got going on, Mike?
March 10th, I will be in North Carolina at the Complex, COMPLEXX. I can't give you the name of the address because I don't remember.
We'll post it.
It's there. Look it up. 8 p.m. And then I'm doing then I go to Hershey, Pennsylvania for a conference.
That should make you feel right at home going to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
To the Hershey Highway.
You can't take the Hershey Highway to get there.
Yeah.
Hi-yo!
I love the Hershey Highway.
He's grounded from the Hershey Highway.
It's
grounded.
It stinks.
It's called marriage.
He's rerouted.
Rerouted.
He got rerouted to the door on the tuna boat.
So, Mike, if our audience wanted to follow you, how could they follow you?
Oh, thank you for asking.
Well, I thought I would.
That's way to go, my number 2. Nice job, number 2.
Thank you.
Hershey Highway number 2. Anyway. Instagram, Funnyman Mike Cotayo, or you can go to linktree.com/funnymanmike.
/
Yeah, look at our audience can't see that /.
Don't be a dick, Rons. It's only funny when I say it.
No,
So fucking rude.
it's assy when Ron says it.
Stop being so fucking rude, Rons. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, there you go.
Mike, I'm sorry. I apologize for the way Ron's acts on this show.
Yeah, he's so mean.
Fuck
He's
you.
so mean. We've tried to rate him in, but let's be honest. He is, a frequent rider on the short bus. So
Are these like your comedy props or what the fuck you got
or
going
you-
on
He doesn't
there?
use
Planning on doing
props. If
Well,
you watch
he's
the
using.
routines, He
I
doesn't
mean,
use props.
aren't you in like the hallway?
I'm afraid that
Yes,
he's
I
gonna.
am.
So you just have a tie hanging out in your
I'm
hallway?
afraid he's gonna attach it to a door handle.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what the
Attach
fuck
it
is
to a
he
door
doing
handle.
over
He's
there?
got his pants down.
I get turned on by this.
And then he had a battery earlier. So I dare you to put it on your tongue.
He's
Like
putting it on his nuts. That's
No.
what the battery's for, dumbass.
the pokey side, not wait, you're not showing us like the battery side, not the end side. You see, lies. He's not even doing it.
I'm not retarded, literally.
Jeez,
Yes,
Swan.
Swan.
Stop being a dick. Stop being a dick, Swan.
That's how you check
Jeez.
and see if it works.
God, Mike, I'm
You know,
sorry
and
about.
this might be reserved for what he does in his bedroom. It's not open to the public for everybody else to see.
Mike, I apologize for Swan being an asshole also.
What?
All right, well then, that's it for me, the Beaveman. Adios, much fuckos.
Bye from the Swan.
Bye, everybody.
Mike, it's always a pleasure to see you. Shout out, and a big, big shout out to the B-Man for his birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. It's an honor knowing you, and thank you for putting this all together. It's becoming sickly, so fuck off. Stay sane, people out there. It's a crazy motherfucking world out there, I'll tell you.
I don't know how the JJ works.
It works.